factors include influencing cultivation of crude drugs. Well, in the cultivation of medicinal and aromatic plants, what are the factors affected that we are going to study? Advantages of cultivation. It ensures quality and purity of medicinal plants. Collection of crude drugs from cultivated plants gives a better yield and therapeutic quality. The cultivation ensures regular supply of a crude drug. The cultivation of medicinal and aromatic plants also leads to industrialization to a greater extent. Cultivation permits application of modern technological aspects such as mutation, polyploidy, and hybridization. Disadvantages of cultivation. What are the disadvantages? Mainly, the high cost of cultivation of drugs as compared to wild source and losses due to ecological imbalance such as storms, earthquakes, flood, droughts, etc. are major disadvantages of cultivation. The factors mainly are given special attention for the cultivation are listed. Mainly the climatic condition. In the climatic condition, the first one is altitude, temperature, and humidity, then rainfall and irrigation, type of soil, mainly soil fertilizers, then pest control. In the cultivation details, which include type of propagation, time of cultivation, duration of crop, preparation of land, nursery bed, transplantation, irrigation, fertilizers, intercrops, harvesting, yield, use, storage. Altitude. This is very important factor in the cultivation of medicinal plants. Tea, cinchona, and eucalyptus are cultivated favorably at an altitude of 1000 to 2000 meters. Cinnamon and cardamom are grown at a height of 500 to 1000 meters, while senna can be cultivated at sea level. These are the few examples of medicinal and aromatic plants indicating the altitude for their successful cultivation. Temperature. It is another factor affecting the growth of plant. That excessive temperature as well as frost also affect the quality of medicinal plants adversely. These are the examples for the luxuriant growth of certain medicinal plants. Cinchona 60 to 75, coffee 55 to 70, tea 70 to 90, cardamom 50 to 100. Camphor and coffee cannot withstand frost, whereas Saffron needs only cold climate and pyrethrum requires dry weather for the cultivation. Rainfall or irrigation. Except the xerophytes, plants like aloe, acacia, and a few others, most of the plants need either proper arrangements for the irrigation or sufficient rainfall for their favorable development. In a few cases, well distributed rainfall throughout the year is desired. Methods of irrigation mainly, which includes hand watering, flood watering, boom watering, drip irrigation, sprinkler irrigation. This picture shows hand watering. These are also examples for hand watering. This picture examples for flood watering. These pictures are examples for boom watering. These are examples for drip irrigation. These pictures are examples for sprinkler irrigation. Next, soil and soil fertility. Soil, it is the most important natural resource as it supports growth of all plants. Soil provides mechanical anchorage as well as water and essential plant food elements for the plant growth. The capacity of soil to supply plant nutrition in quantities and proportions required and to provide a suitable medium for plant growth is known as soil fertility. Soil makes chemical makeup and nutrients available to the plants. Plant growth depends upon physical arrangement and nature of soil particles, organic matter content of soil, and its living organisms. The commonly known soil is the shallow upper layer and is the friable material in which plants find foothold and nourishment. Clay is one of the highly weathered portions of the soil consisting of finest particles. This provides the soil adhesive and cohesive properties and also holds the plant nutrients with the result that nutrients are not lost through leaching. This so the depending upon the percentage covered by clay, it is the left type of soil and right percentage covered. Clay, it is more than 50% of clay. Loamy soil means mainly 30 to 50% clay. Silt loam 20 to 30% of clay. Sandy loam 10 to 20% of clay. Sandy soil more than 70% sand. Calcareous soil is more than 20% of lime. Soil consists of mineral matter, air, water, and organic matter. It is the mineral matter which makes lot of difference in various forms of soil. Mineral matter may be coarse gravel, coarse sand, or in the form of finest particles of the clay and silt. Air and water give rise to pores, while purified and decayed plant and animal parts constitute the organic matter. Depending upon the size of the mineral matter, The names are given to the soil. They are clay soil, 30 to 50% clay, and it depends upon it follows. And soil fertility. It is the capacity of soil to provide nutrients to adequate amounts and in balanced proportion to plants. If cropping is done without fortification of soil with the plant nutrients, soil fertility gets lost. It also diminishes through leaching and erosion. Soil fertility can be maintained by addition of animal manures, nitrogen fixing bacteria, or by application of chemical fertilizers. And these are latter is time saving and the surest of all above techniques. And mainly also pH of the soil, which decides the favorable growth of the plants and presence of microorganisms. The maximum availability of plant nutrients is in between pH range of 6.5 to 7.5. To bring the pH to neutral, acidic soils can be limed or alkaline soils can be reclaimed by application of gypsums. Fertilizers and manures. Plants also need for food for their growth and development. Plants need basically for their growth are the carbon dioxide, sun rays, water, and mineral matter from the soil. Also, it limited number of chemical elements. Plants build up fruits, grains, fibers, etc. and synthesize fixed and volatile oils, glycosides, alkaloids, sugar, and many more chemicals. This the fertilizers mainly chemical fertilizers. Yes, animals are in need of vitamins. Plants are need of 16 nutrient elements for synthesizing the various compounds. Some of them are known as primary nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Magnesium, calcium, and sulfur are required in small quantities and hence they are known as secondary nutrients. Trace elements like copper, manganese, iron, boron, molybdenum, silica, zinc also necessary for the healthy plant growth. Carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, and chlorine are provided from water and air naturally. Various parts of the plants are used in pharmaceutical industry for their active constituents. For example, leaves, rhizomes, roots, etc. Some of the nutrients are responsible for growth of particular part of the plant body and hence their usefulness and deficiency needs to be described systematically. Manures. Farmyard manure, that is called as FYM, or compost. Then castor seed cake, poultry manures, neem and currant seed cakes, vermicompost, etc. are the manures. Oil cake and compost normally consist of 3 to 6% of nitrogen, 2% phosphates and potash, 1 to 1.5% are also required. They are made easily available in the plants. Bone meal, fish meal, biogas slurry, blood meal, and fresh mud are the other forms of organic fertilizers. Biofertilizers. Inadequate supply, high cost, and undesired effects, if used successfully, are the demerits of fertilizers or manures, and hence the cultivator has to opt for some other types of fertilizers. The biofertilizers are the most suitable forms that can be tried. These content of different types of microorganisms are lower organisms which fix the atmospheric nitrogen in soil, and plants can use them for their day-to-day use. The examples mainly Rhizobium, Acetobacter, Azospirillum, Bergersia, blue green algae, Azolla, phosphorus solubilizing organisms. Pests and pest control. Population increases in arithmetic progression, whereas the agricultural produce is enhanced in geometrical progression. But unfortunately, this is not so, because between the times a medical crop is harvested and consumed by man, considerable quantity of the crude drug is wasted or destroyed by pests. Besides, there is loss in quality because these pests are allowed to grow and produce. The overall losses due to pest infestations tune to millions of rupees every year. The control of pests thus assumes primary importance in the context of cultivation of medicinal and aromatic plants. Pest is an undesired animal or plant species, and pesticides are chemicals derived from synthetic and natural sources effective in small concentrations against pests. Type of pests: fungi and viruses, insects, weeds, non-insect pests. Fungi and viruses. Ascocytotrope causes the formation of grayish white irregular spots which further cause necrosis of leaves. The disease called leaf necrosis. Cercospora atropa causes round to angular brown spots with chestnut colored margins on both sides of the leaf. It is called a leaf spot. Phytophthora nicotiana is a dreadful disease occurring on belladonna and other plants, in which dropping of young leaves and branches, yellowing of older leaves, and drying of whole apical portion occurs. This disease called Phytophthora root rot. And Phytophthora erythroscriptica cause damping off in young seedlings and wilt in matured plants. It causes black coloration of the root. This disease called Phytophthora rot disease. Many different viruses are responsible for some plant diseases. They are mosaic causing necrosis of leaves, petioles, and stem of different solanaceous plants. Tobacco mosaic virus, cucumber mosaic virus, and tobacco ring spot virus are observed on digitalis, and a strain of cucumber mosaic virus is detected on hyasmas. The virus show disease symptoms on Rauwolfia, tobacco, datura, vinca, and eucalyptus. Next, insects. It is found that the total number of insect species in the world is larger than the total number of species of all other forms of life put together. Various insect pests which attack medicinal plants are Agrotris species, Heliothis armigera, Philia beetle. Rauwolfia is attacked by Diphadia nilgiria, Platia vildicolis. Dill is affected by Papillomacan and Hydaspes coriandri. Belladonna loses the leaves due to Conocephalum species and Agrotis flammatra. All the insect pests belong to phylum Arthropoda of animal kingdom, and they are further placed under two morphological groups, namely bitting and chewing. B. Piercing and sucking insects. Weeds. A weed is an undesired plant. Weeds are considered as dreadful pests because losses due to them are estimated to be more than those occurring due to other pests and diseases combined together. If the problem of control of weeds is not handled suitably, it leads to loss of nutrients, water, light, and space, increase in cost of labor and equipment, low product quality, and problems in marketability, besides enhancing the rate of incidence of bacterial, fungal, viral, and insects attack. Some weeds cause allergy. Example, hay fever caused by ragweed, Medicated tea, yellow dog, Parthidium, etc. While the others like corn cockle contains cyanophore glycoside and the seeds of the plant have fatal effects. Some plants growing as weeds may be poisonous like Datura and Medisperma species. Non-insect pests. They are grouped into two categories. One, vertebrates like rats, monkeys, birds, rabbits, and hares, squirrels, antelopes, deer, pigs. Another one, invertebrates like nematodes, crabs, snails, mites, and symbiotes. The rodents have sharp and gnawing incisor teeth, thereby causing considerable spoilage to stored crude drugs. Besides, their fecal matter causes contamination of crude drugs. Methods of pest control. Various methods of pest control. One is mechanical, agricultural, biological, chemical, fungicide, under the chemical fungicides, herbicides. Mechanical method, it employs manual labor along with different devices for collection and destruction of the pest. The simple techniques used are hand picking, pruning, burning, and trapping of pests. A proper approach is made for collection and destruction of eggs, larvae, pupae, and adults of insects. The better way for protection from rodents like rats is construction of concrete warehouses. The warehouses with metal reinforcement corners on window frames. The rat and mouse traps are also used. This is the method for the mechanical one. Next, agricultural method. It covers advanced plant breeding technique capable of inducing genetic manipulations, resulting in production of pest-resistant species. It has achieved much success in producing hybrid varieties which are resistant to the fungi and bacterial attack as compared to limited success with insects. Another aspect in agricultural control is deep plug to eradicate weeds as well as early stages of insects. Another method for checking supply of food to insects is by changing the environment, which in many cases may lead to obstruction in their life cycle. Proper drainage serves this purpose to a greater extent. This is the agricultural method. Next, biological control or biological method. This method is practiced by combating the pests, mostly the insects, with other living organisms. The chemical substances produced and released by some female insects are capable of eliciting a sexual response from the opposite sex, which could be properly exploited for biological control of pests. Such substances are called as sex pheromones. Example 7,8-epoxy 2-methyl lactodecane from gypsy moth. These are the biological method, various biological methods. And next, chemical control. The control of pests is brought about with the use of chemical pesticides, which include insecticides, fungicides, herbicides, and rodenticides. The chemical pesticides are further classified as rodenticides, insecticides, agaricides, fungicides, herbicides, bradicicides, ovicides, bactericides, arboricides. Rodenticides means that comes under what are the examples: warfarin, strychnine, arsenic trioxide, red squill, etc. Insecticides: DDT, gamaxine, methoxychlor, parathion, pyrethroids, carbamates. Agaricides: example tetradiphone, chlorobenzolate. Fungicides: example chlorophenols, antibiotics, quaternary ammonium compounds. Herbicides: example 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid, calcium arsenate, sulfuric acids. An ideal insecticide is required to satisfy following main parameters. It should be non-toxic and non-injurious to medicinal plants and human beings. It should be selective in action and highly toxic to insects in small concentrations. The pesticides should be stable under ordinary conditions of storage, non-inflammable, non-corrosive, and free from obnoxious odor. It should be non-cumulative in soil and possess stability on treated surface. Thank you.